everybody, my name is Caitlin. We're going to do a short 15-minute flow focusing on the hips and the legs today. I'd like for you to start in a seated position, and we're just going to place your hands on your thighs, gently close your eyes or bring your gaze downward. Inhale and exhale. I always like to start class with a short check-in of the body, the mind, the soul. It's a good time to practice non-judgment, so not creating any judgment or frustration, just observing the body, observing the mind, observing your heart as they are. And with the next breath, we're going to take 3 short inhales, hold at the top, and then as you exhale, slowly open the mouth and release. Beautiful. These are called balloon breaths, and I want you to keep working with that. So 3 short inhales, hold at the top, and then exhale. Beautiful. Do that 2 more times. You can help to place a hand on your stomach or chest. And we want to fill the lungs as much as you can with those breaths. Beautiful. We're going to start by moving into a tabletop position today. So check to make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips, and just a gentle cat-cow. So inhale, bringing the gaze forward, dropping the stomach. As you exhale, slowly rounding the spine, drawing the chin towards your chest. And repeat that movement twice. Beautiful. We're going to tuck the toes under the heels, lift the hips, keep a generous bend in the knees for a downward dog. Beautiful. We want to keep the arms and the feet square here. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, into plank. Hold here for a moment, checking that the shoulders are over the wrists. And back to downward dog. So I want you to bounce in between each of those. So from downward dog, up into plank. We're just warming up the legs before we pay more attention to them. You can make this as subtle or as big as you want today. Move as slow or as quickly. Got about 4 more seconds, so maybe get 1 or 2 more in. Beautiful. I'm going to have you drop your left knee to the ground, and then we're going to bring your right knee behind it and gently massage out your calf. So this can look like placing your right knee on the back of the calf, and then extending and bending that knee over any tough spots. You can also drag the knee forward and alongside the back of the calf, paying attention to anywhere that needs it. And if you notice any tension in your wrist while we're here, because we are going to spend a bit of time on them today, feel free to place a block under your hands for a bit more support that moves some of the weight into your legs. You can also come up on tented fingers like so. Or you can make fists. This is probably my favorite one when my wrists are feeling weak or irritated. This is because it keeps your wrist in alignment with your hand, so there's no bend in it at all. And that can be a nice option for you too. So massaging out the back of that leg, and when you're finished, I'm going to have you place that foot on the back of the mat, heels off the ground, and we're going to shift forwards and backwards, stretching out the back of the right calf now. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then we're going to send the left foot to meet the right into plank. You can do high plank or low plank on your knees. Inhale, shoulders over wrist. Exhale, down towards the mat. Inhale, lift into up dog. Beautiful. Broaden across the chest. Draw the shoulders down. Tuck your toes under your heels. Lift the hips back into downward dog. Inhale and exhale. We're going to inhale, lift the left foot off the mat into three-legged dog. Exhale, draw that knee towards your chest, placing it on the mat above. We're going to move into warrior one. So your front toes are square with the mat, front knees bent. Your back toes that are about 45 or wherever they feel comfortable. Lifting up the torso. Arms are up by your ears. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to hunch. We're going to, what is this word? Inhale here. And then as you exhale, we're going to tilt forward. So not moving the feet at all, just hinging at the hips forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, reach forward. Beautiful. Do that 2 more times with me. Nice work. We're going to place the hands on the mat. Step the back knee down and move into a low lunge. So if you wish, you can keep your hands on the outside of your feet. Or you can play with grounding your right hand to the mat, lifting the left arm up to the sky, opening, picking up the back foot, and reaching for it. You can always grab like a strap or even like a long sleeve t-shirt works really well here. If you do want to explore with what that feels like, but you're not in a place to grab your foot comfortably right now. So wherever you are, breathe into your lunge. Create a little bit more space, a little bit more softness here. Make sure you're staying grounded through your foot and the back knee, so both legs are subtly engaged. Beautiful. One more breath. And then we're going to pick up the back leg, step the left foot back into downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Let your head hang heavy in between your arms, creating length across the spine. Beautiful. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, jump, hop, or step your feet forward, rising all the way up into mountain. I want you to interlace your fingers, extending the pointer fingers tall. Lift them up to the sky. Look up and tilt back just slightly. Beautiful. Bring your hands down to heart center. One breath here. Release your hands, and then options to grab your hands and interlace them the same way behind your back, or grab like a shirt or something and do the same thing. So here's kind of what that would look like. Grab just like any regular t-shirt or strap if you have it. Hold on behind your back here. And regardless of where you are, I want you to create some space across the chest. So draw the shoulders back and down just slightly. And then guiding with the chest, hinging at the hips, fold forward. Beautiful. Large bend in the knees, draw the chest towards your thighs. And then release the head, letting the arms lift up. Beautiful. Inhale here. Send the hips back and down. Lift up the chest into chair pose. Beautiful. One breath here. And then fully fold. Release your hands wherever they may be. You can let your hands hang heavy or place them against your shins or thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back into downward dog. And we're going to repeat the same thing on the left side. So we're going to start by placing your right knee on the mat and massaging out that calf. Again, just rubbing that knee up against the back of it. Pausing anywhere where it needs a little more attention. And then bending and extending if there's a place that you want to do so. Excellent. When you're ready, step your left foot back, pressing into your toes, and then rocking forwards and backwards. Again, if this is feeling heavy on your wrists, or at any time in any flow you ever do, you can come up onto your fists or grab a couple blocks to shift the weight from your hands to your feet. Beautiful. Wherever you are, we're going to step the right foot back to meet the left into plank. Inhale, shoulders over wrist. Exhale, all the way down to your mat. Inhale, lift into upward dog. Widening across the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift the hips into downward dog. Beautiful. We're going to pick the right foot up off the mat into three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee towards your chest, finding your foot in between your hands. Dropping the back leg and finding your low lunge option. And here, feel free to add some blocks underneath your hands to create a little bit more space too. So if this isn't feeling good today, create a bit more space placing the blocks underneath, and then breathing into that low lunge wherever you may be. Again, second option, grounding through your left hand, lifting the right arm up, opening your chest to the front knee, reaching for that back foot. I know I gave a strap option earlier, so here's a quick example of what that looks like. I like to just make a little loop. Tuck your foot in it. Beautiful, and then play around with that pose, noticing what that feels like energetically. And release carefully when you're ready. Alright, inhale, lift up the back leg, stepping back into downward dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, jump hop or step your feet forward. Forward fold. Inhale, rise up to mountain. Bring your fingers all the way up to the top, interlacing them, fingers pointed. Pointer fingers together and extended. Rise nice and tall. Gentle tilt backwards. And draw the hands to your heart. One deep breath here. And then release your fingers, either grabbing them behind your back or grabbing that strap or t-shirt. And then drawing the chest forward first, hinging at the hips. Generous bend in the knees. And breathe here. Beautiful. With your next breath, send your hips down and back. Lift up the chest into chair. Rounding the base of the spine if you notice your back is arched. Inhale and exhale. Fold one last time, releasing your hands. And take a breath or two here in forward fold. And then stepping back into downward dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, jump, hop, or set the knees down. Maybe don't hop for that one, just set them down. And then we're going to roll onto your seat. How are we feeling? Good, good, good. Alright, so I'm going to have you cross your foot. So starting with the right foot across the top of your knee. Keep that foot flexed and keep a gentle bend in your arms. I know that's something I always watch for. I tend to hyperextend a little bit. So gentle bend in your arms if you are. Lift the chest. And we're looking for a little bit of expansion across your back right leg here. Play around with how close or far your foot is. Find a place that's just a little bit edgy. Creates a little bit of a sensation. We're not looking for pain, just a slight sensation here. You can do a gentle sway from side to side if you wish. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then with that sway, we're going to sway that foot all the way down, moving your hips over. Inhale, reach up with your left arm, starting at the base of the spine and gently turning your body, finding a side twist here. Let the pose fit you. If this isn't working, that's all right. Find it here. Inhale up and gentle twist. Moving around, letting the pose fit you where you still feel expansion across your chest. And you're still able to breathe deeply into the pose. Beautiful. Come back to center. We're going to extend that front leg you've got down. Uncross your legs and just a gentle PQ stretch here. So I like to start with extending that leg as best you can. Nice and tall through the spine. Walk your hands out, keeping your chest broad across the chest. And then when you find a place to stop, stop. Find just that slight edge. And from there, soften into it. So I'd much rather be here with a nice tall spine and space for our chest to breathe versus here. So tall spine first, walk your hands out as much as you can, and then soften into the pose from there. You're doing such a good job. Keep listening to your body, keep noticing your breath. Alright, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So walk it back up, back into our figure four. This time your left foot is crossing the top of your right knee. Finding how close or far you want your foot. Lifting up into the chest, creating a slight sensation along your back hamstring. Option for a gentle sway. When you're ready, sway and place that foot all the way onto the ground. Beautiful. Again, if that's not happening, just move your foot, uncross it, and find a place that's comfortable for you. Lift up with your, oh gosh, I'm losing it. Lift up with your right hand, reaching nice and tall. Starting at the base of the spine, gently turn towards that lifted knee and cross. So extending the arm across, creating this gentle twist. Beautiful. Beautiful. When you're ready, you can gently come out of your twist. Extend the right leg all the way out. Starting nice and tall through the spine, walking your hands out as far as you wish. Gentle PQ stretch here. And we're going to do a soft check-in with your body and your mind. So kind of like we did at the start of the practice, I like to do this at the start and end of each of them. Noticing how's your mind feeling, what's it doing, and just observing it. Check in with your body, your heart. Again, not judging, just noticing. Beautiful. Take one more breath here, and then slowly walk your hands back up. And we're going to end just in a comfortable seated position. So that may be cross-legged. Legs can be extended, right, kind of where we were. And we're going to place your hand on your heart. Then your other hand can be in your lap or on the bottom of your stomach. And I want you to inhale, repeat after me. It can be to yourself or in your head. So inhale, I am loved. Exhale, I am brave. Inhale, I am loved. And exhale, I am brave. Beautiful. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. It's been such an honor to hold the space for you. I hope you learned something about yourself or about your practice, or just created some time for you today.